Well, howdy there, folks. It's good to see you. I made it back home safe and sound after our last adventure out to meet a couple of the other traders. Now, we did want to kind of meet Hugh and the fourth one, but the number turned red and we could taste the air. The blood moon was upon us, and so it was time to start the new adventure. And today, I want to achieve a few things. First of all, we need to improve the Horde base. We need to improve that Horde base, make it stronger and tougher, and that means a lot of building on it. We need to survive the blood moon, and if we've still got the energy to keep going, then maybe, just maybe, we look at what other things we can do. We definitely need to improve our skills, and we need more skill points. We need better weapons. There's a lot of advancement that we need to do, but we can't keep yabbering. We need to get to work on the Horde base. So, if you would like to join our adventure and subscribe to our community, then feel free to do so. And without any further ado, let's get into the episode. So step 1 is I actually want to widen this staircase from 3 to 5. And then near the top, I want to leave a gap of 1, and then I want to put one of these ones with the little pillar on them. Then we can neaten it up by taking just the regular ramps all the way up. And while I wait for my iron, you could probably guess where I'm going with this. Let's craft up some gas. You probably guessed blade traps. I don't normally play around with these, but I do want to give them a go. Yet, of course, while I wait for those to upgrade, I better be careful. I've got steel in my inventory. We'll upgrade these to concrete. And I'm thinking, like, up here at the top, we do something a little bit different with maybe one of these ramps, and then we continue the gradient going up, giving us this kind of cool shape here. I like this, I do. And I know we're a little bit pressed for time, but I do want to start at least sprucing this place up a little bit. So I'm thinking maybe we do a black on red. Can I do that? Nope, I thought that was going to do that, to be honest with you. So yeah, if we take the red up the side here, it looks pretty good. And then we can do something else here. Yeah, I'm thinking a little bit of this like terracotta. This looks nice. Then we can come in with some black right here just to emphasize the shadows. Yes, for these bits. Oops, I definitely don't want the roller. I want the paintbrush. I don't want to paint anything accidentally. What we can do is we can put this riveted metal here. Yeah, then we kind of reinforce it like this. And what we can do is we can go ahead and we can grab this texture. And I don't want to paint all sides here. I just want to paint one side. And what we can do is we can run the red up either side. And then grab the black and run that through the middle. Okay, that's enough decorating. We've got some of this decorated. I want to focus a little bit more now on getting it more operational. So I highly doubt that we are going to be able to get this Horde base, like, completely finished before Horde night tonight. But I do want to keep working on it even after Horde night. Okay, so I've got a generator, and temporarily we're just going to put the generator there. And what I've got is I've got two different sets. We've got a relay over here, a relay over here. I know it looks different to the normal relays, but it is definitely a relay. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect the switch to this relay. And then we're going to connect, oops, I'm in a hole, this switch to this relay. I've also got a timed relay here. So a slight miscalculation. I can't actually put the blade traps on these poles here, but we can put them here, look. And we can't put one there because I've gone ahead and put those there. So, you know, mistakes have been made, but we'll make do, we'll make do. And then what I'm hoping that we can do is we can connect this relay up to the blade traps. Can I reach that one from down here? Oh, yes, man. Check this wire tool out, man. This wire tool is insane. Then we can put the two spotlights up here like so. Then we should just be able to take power from the generator and hook them up. Okay, so I've refueled the generator. I've turned it on. What we should see outside is the blade traps not spinning. Good, 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 good. Then if we flick this lever, we should start to see them spin up. Yep, I like that. That's good. That's just what we want. And then we can go ahead and turn this side on, and we should see this side spinning up. Oh, yes. Lovely jubbly. I did indeed go ahead and put a switch here for the lights, but the lights won't come on yet. The lights will only come on during the time of Horde night. So it comes on at 10 and goes off at 4. That's why I wanted the timer relay. Yeah, I'm just finishing up the staircase. I would definitely like this finished up by tonight. Oh, Peachy, we're fighting. We're fighting.
Move, I've got a sprained ankle, babe. I'm heading your way.
The heck did you do out here?
Disappeared.
It's like Horde nights. It's like Horde nights already began.
My shit's getting and then she was in my house hitting me, and I'm fucking...
They're inside Abyss's house. Well, that was a bit weird. I think that's all of them.
Where came from? I was getting my shit, and then she appeared.
Okay, I've also done this side. I don't know if I like this paint job or not. If we might change that little white bit there, that might be better as something else now I'm thinking about it. Oh, I like this drop ceiling. This looks much better. Okay, time is becoming very short, so I need to start preparing for the blood moon. Okay, I think I've got everything. I've got ammo for my 2 guns. I've got a repair kit for my sword because it's nearly broken. This cost me a legendary part to make. I've got the wire tool in case anything gets knocked out. I've got the nail gun to repair with. I've got repair resources for pretty much everything that we've got up there. I obviously need to grab some more concrete and some more iron from the forgers, but we'll grab that. I've got the blackstrap coffee. I've got food. I've got some hydration, and I've got medi stuff. But maybe we take an antibiotic. We can take the honey. We take the herbal antibiotics, actually. That's probably the better one to take. Yeah, and I have fallen through the floor a time or two in the past, so let's take the plaster cast just to be on the safe side. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I'm going to need. Okay, I've thrown down a couple of lanterns. Well, I say a couple. We've thrown down 4, so we can get rid of this stupid... I gotta remember this hole. This is the center of the pillar. Okay, so I need to go down there. I need to bring it all up with concrete blocks. I've actually got a few concrete blocks. We might be able to do that, but I can't remember if this is the one where I actually put the blocks going all the way up, if I just capped it off near the top. So I don't kind of want to fall down there and maybe break a leg. The Horde Night is upon us, but to help out, I'm going to put another one into perception, which means I can put another one into looting. Increasing our looting up to... what is that now? 60% faster, and adds 20% to it. So we've got significantly better odds of pulling something good tonight. I accidentally upgraded one of these to steel. I threw the reflex sight on the AK, and look at that. It's like a custom sight. Looks so beautiful. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely love it. But the Horde Night is here. 10 o'clock has ticked over. And so far...
and it begins.
Yeah, as Abyss says... it begins. Now, if you've been following my story so far, you know that with each blood moon, we increase the number of enemies that we face. This time, we are up to default. We are playing on survivalist difficulty. So let's just go ahead and switch on the blade traps. I want to see just how these things do. They're working, they're working. I don't know how long they're going to hold up. We can't actually get to repair them. So they may break. It may be a case we replace them each odd night. Or it may be a case, yeah, they're attacking them. So it may be a case that we throw these on when we need them, when we start to get overloaded. Let them come up. Yeah, are they still targeting them? No, now I've turned them off. They don't seem to be targeting them much. He is. We'll give him a headshot. Yeah, we also have to be careful because we know that dogs can kind of squeeze through here. Yeah, there's 2 loot bags already. Now, I do want to state, we actually have, outside of the story, in the IRL world, real life, we actually have a mod that prevents loot bags from despawning. So I always kind of leave them till the end of the night. Yeah, they're definitely attacking my blade traps, aren't they? So, you know what? If they're going to attack them, we'll put one side on. Yeah, and we'll just tear them to shreds. I am worried that cop down there will blow up. But I think I got him. I haven't checked to see if my spotlights are on, and it doesn't look like they are. Well, Abyss perished, unfortunately. Yeah, the spotlights are not on. Why is that? Yeah, they've not got power. Did they lose power somehow? Yeah, they're not connected. It must have been when I reconnected the time relay to the switch. It must have disconnected them. Yeah, we can take this. We can actually aim this. So we've got lights down there. Yeah, this side is not operational. I don't think I turned them on. Yep, that would do it. Yeah, for some reason they're just kind of like stuck trying to get up. So I think they're going to try and chomp through my blocks. Maybe these blade traps were not the best idea. Maybe the blade traps go the way of the dodo. Maybe we choose some other option. Maybe we have pillars sort of like coming up, like 1 block away. 1 block away. Maybe we have pillars coming up and we have turrets on those blocks. I mean, the blade traps are definitely dealing damage, but they're just not making their way up here. Oh, that blade trap took out a Zed. Right now, we are just spitballing ideas, so we'll see. You know, look, they are attacking the block, so I've got a feeling they're going to knock the block out, so it's not that's not my gun. So I don't think they're going to last the whole night. Well, my Zeds like attacking my freaking blade traps. That's all they're going for. They're not even bothering with me. I do like the potted plant feature we've got growing inside of our base here. It's very intriguing. Could you imagine this fighting position with the Zeds coming up? That would be complete. That'd actually be pretty awesome. I mean, so far we've still got every single one of the blade trap. Yeah, and they are doing a fair amount of the work. Well, we've got our 3rd Zed of the night, I think. And as I said earlier, with each night with each Horde night, they become more and more in numbers. Their numbers increase. Yeah, and this is bog standard default at this point. This is the default number of Zeds that you would normally face in any ordinary world. But as KC, there will come a day when we do insane with no sort of negative modifiers, reducing the number of Zeds. You know, this is my first time playing on survivalist difficulty and playing on anything more difficult than what I'm typically used to, so baby steps with these series. I got plenty of time. I love this game. This channel is going to be a lot of 7 Days to Die moving forward. I'm kind of concerned that what they're going to do is they're going to cut through that. They're going to like break a block and then they're not going to be able to jump their way up here. Like, I just kind of want to take a peek. Like, they haven't broken a block as of yet, and I don't think this is going to be able to let me see the damage of the blocks down there, no. But I don't see anyone, maybe. Maybe what we do is we paint this staircase coming up like a white concrete. That way we can see the cracks easier. Okay, I'm going to switch the blade traps off for a little bit. And the ones that are aggroed on them, let's try and take out. See if they start walking up the stairs and not worrying about the pillars on the side. Well, he's lost his head. Yes, another one dead. And another one bites the dust. That's a businessman put down. Oh, jeez, man. What the? You really saw me from all the way down there? Okay, I disagree strongly with that. You were facing away from me. Best of luck. Yeah, they've taken out a block there, and we've also lost a block there too. My concern is, if they can't get up there, then they may be trying to find a second way to me. We may have to go out and conduct some repairs here. Yeah, look, they're attacking the pillars. That's what I was concerned about. Okay, looks like we're fighting outside of the base for a little bit. I need to be concerned. I thought I heard the sounds of a dog. Oh, it was a bad time for that to freeze a little bit. Okay, that's good. Okay, they're following me. We've got them all round up. Yeah, they've taken out the blocks. Oh, jeez, man, I don't actually have... Yeah, look, they don't have a way up here anymore. Right, let's take out a couple. Yeah, and we should be able to give them a way up. Oh, there's a deer over there. Righty, we need to watch our health. Watch our health a little bit. Okay, if I've given them a second way up... Yeah, I can't put one there. We've got... Okay, there we go. Yeah, for some reason they are attacking the staircase. And do I have what I need to pick this up? I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to attack the blade traps. They're confusing them, so... We're going to try and remove the blade traps. Alrighty, I hear another wave coming in. This was a lovely painted base. I am keeping close to the base. We got to be prepared for a dire wolf. Okay, 10 seconds to pick this up before they get to me. We're already halfway there. Yeah, and we made it. Okay, we'll grab this loot here. Yeah, I'll worry about what's in there later. Okay, grab this. It does seem quite mild. Okay, so that's almost all of the blade traps picked up. We've got one more, and then I think what I'm going to do is completely revisit my idea for this staircase. What about if we give them an easy way up so they don't have to jump? I don't think I'm going to have enough blocks to make it all the way up. You know what? We might just make it. Those spotlights are absolutely trash. I mean, spotlights are genuinely good. We've just got them in the way, so... Okay, now they shouldn't have any problem getting up here. They can easily make it up there. And I don't hate the stairs being outset like this. Like, I think that looks actually pretty nice. I'll be honest, I wasn't a big fan of it at first. Oh, I wasn't. I thought the stairs being like this would irritate me, but it tends not to. Right then, let's do a quick check, make sure our pillars are standing. This is why I have more pillars than I actually need for support. Okay. Let's go back up and hopefully they make their way up to us. Okay, so we've got the Horde. They're coming around. Now the question is, are they going to actually want to just walk up the stairs now? Oh, jeez. You're about to give me a heart attack. It's been a relatively slow night. They liked to attack the blade traps, so I've had to take down my blade traps because all they were doing was attacking the structure rather than coming up here. I mean, if you want to run around downstairs and kill some to get some loot bags, feel free to. Oh, this is working significantly better.
No, my
Okay, fair enough then. We'll repair that. Yeah, we really need to rethink these arrow slits on the side. Like, I thought they'd be cool, but they just keep trying to break through them. If you want a job Abyss, they sometimes try and... There's like arrow slits on the side here, look. That you can stab through. That's the problem with heavy armor. If you put some points into it, it's not as bad. I definitely think that zombies are spawning for you now, though, because I'm seeing significantly more now that you're here. Also, if you're wanting to use guns... Abyss. Abyss.
Yeah.
If you want to use guns, you can go up on top, you know. There's a ladder over here. Like right here. There's a ladder so you can go up and shoot them on the stairs if you want. So I'm going to break down these arrows, I think, which is probably going to be a problem because I believe they're steel. So it might take a little while, but I've decided they're going. Okay, it's time to drop them just a little bit. Can I actually slash through here? I can. It's a bit finicky, but I can still do it. Fucking Feral Marlene. Well, we've passed the 2.5 hour mark in the morning. We've just got an hour and a half left to survive. I need to remember to keep checking my health. I haven't been checking it. Oh, greedy, I hear a pooch. That sounds like a dog, though, not a direwolf, so... Yeah, it's a doggy, look. They're just all ferals tonight, it looks like. That dog is driving me crazy with his howling. Oh, no. My gun broke. Let's quickly pop a repair. Try and bring them back over here. I mean, I'm totally okay with them, like, wailing away on that. It'll be something less that we have to deal with. I do not want that cop to explode. Yep, they're piling up again. I think they broke through one of them. We've only got to withhold another hour. Let's get a blueberry pie down us. Get that sweet regen from our sweet tooth. I hear a vulture. Vulture dead. I'm not quite sure why they prefer the arrow, like, hole things. Is it because they think they can squeeze through there? Yeah, I'm not sure why they prefer the arrow slits. I think it's because they think they can fit through them. Okay, I actually want to heal a little bit here. And we'll heal Abyss as well because she doesn't seem to be taking care of herself there. Okay, we'll stack those heals. Switch over to the Magnum. Oh, Peachy! Okay, I want to actually open that door, drop them down. And then we can open that door back up. And for this, I'm going to bring out the nail gun, and I'm actually going to repair this. I do not want that direwolf getting in here. Just, Abyss, we got a direwolf somewhere. Okay, a direwolf is really, really wanting to get to me. And there's a part of me that wants to let him hit me. I want to know, like, how much damage he deals with me, but I think it's a stupid idea, so I'm not going to do it. We just need to hold out for 17 more minutes, Abyss. Get out of me, slit. What is that freaking vulture? Oh, he's in here! I want the rotten flesh. Okay, healed Abyss, healed myself. Okay, they're starting to break through, but that's okay. We're planning to replace these. Okay, that's the signal. Now it's just a case of cleanup duty. I think Abyss has a pyromaniac tendency here. Okay, I think we're clear, Abyss. Oh wait, we've got a few straddlers. Oh yeah, we still got some more coming up, look. Well, that's them dealt with. So now it's just a case of picking up the loot. Well, folks, I gathered up all of the loot, and it turns out we didn't actually really get too much good tonight. Like, we got an iron shovel and an iron fire axe. We also got the dragon spike axe, but I was really hoping for, like, one of the legendary pickaxes, but we didn't get them. We did get a few magazines. We got the bar brawling volume 2. Sprinting power attacks have a higher chance of knocking down your opponent. We also got some big hitters. We got some bow hunters. We got quite a few electrical traps. Oh, we've actually maxed out on those now. So we can go ahead and read the other ones. We've got some knife guys. How close are we on the knife guys? We're nearly there. We got the laser sight. I love putting these on the shotguns. More medical journals. We got more scrapping for fun. We've actually got a really good salvage tool here, the impact driver. More sharp sticks. And we got Shotgun Messiah Volume 1. Shotguns do 10% more damage. Shotgun Weekly. Increase our shotgun crafting skill. So we're up to 27 there. Tools Digest. Oh, we've maxed that out. And Vehicle Adventure. We are closing in on maxing Vehicle Adventure out as well. And 101. Wiring 101. We also got 1300 Dukes. It's not great, is it? I mean, the steel tool parts are pretty good as well. I'm not going to grumble at those. And while we have survived the Blood Moon, I'm not done working on the Horde base. I definitely want to make sure this thing is shipshape and ready for the next one. It's going to be double the enemies on the next one. And we didn't hold up too well last night. So I want to start by tearing out these portions here, these arrow slits. Now, before I start working on the Horde base, I think we probably should use this. I got this last adventure, so we're going to go ahead and use it. We've got 67 levels, so we should get about 72 skill points back, I want to say. We're also going to lose a bunch of health. And yeah, we got 74 back. So I can go ahead and allocate these more appropriately. And I definitely want to make sure that we are working within our strength. I think we need 7 to get the Miner 49er and Motherloader 1, which is good. That still leaves us 56. We're also going to benefit from our health some. So I'm going to take this all the way up to just, I think, 7. And then we can go ahead and put... Oh, I can't quite put all that in there. So we'll go up to 8 there. I want to make sure we're at 3 here. And then healing factor is the one that allows us to heal up. And I want to put 3 in there. So that ensures that we are both healing quickly. We've got a reasonable amount of health. And we've also got our perks from our Miner 49er and Motherloader. And I kind of want to focus on hammers. I want to give those a go. I don't normally use them. So I'm going to try and put 3 into those and 3 into the shotguns. Then I think we'll go 5 into perception here. That will allow me to unlock Lucky Looter up to tier 4. And also salvage operations up to tier 4. We're also going to go to the Zombie Hunter one. And we're going to put 1 into here so that we can have 1 wisdom growth that increases XP gain by 20%. And is it the scavenging one? Yes, unlocks zombie looting, so we are able to loot zombies. We'll also go back 1 into crafting plus. And 1 into loot master. This leaves us with 17. And there is kind of 1 more that I want to go down. I'm not too worried. I mean, we should probably go into advanced engineering now I'm thinking about it. So maybe we put 5 into here. And then we go down this just so that items are cheaper to craft. We probably want to go a little bit more down there. Yeah, it's going to require us to be intellect level 10. And I'm not so sure that I want to go all the way to level 10 just yet. Because there's a part of me that wants to make sure that we are dealing with our stamina issue of, you know, our heavy armor. Because obviously we're in heavy armor. It has a stamina drain on us. And I think that by boosting that, it's the best thing we can do. I'm going to keep 2 just in case I've made any mistakes there. But I think I'm happy with where we are. We obviously need to go out looting to get the weapons that we need. But right now, I'm focusing on the Horde base. I also forgot, like, we've got a bunch of magazines here that I haven't read yet. That I figured I'd just grab out of the chest here. I keep putting them in, like, when I'm in the middle of doing a job and there's just a couple of zombies and I take them out and they drop a loot bag, I just kind of stash them all in there and then plan to show them. But I always forget. So we were facing the issue of the Zeds just sort of like wanting to go here and try and break through this. And the arrow slits were letting zombie dogs in. So I kind of want to replace them with these metal trussings. I think these will look really, really nice. A little bit like that. I think that'll be better. That way we can still shoot through these. We can put the dart traps on the other side. allowing them to be shot at when the Zeds are stood here. And I did repair up most of the damage that was done here. I think we're just going to get rid of these like little sticky-outy bits in the end. I'm going to keep them for now. And there's a large part of me that doesn't like this roof in here. I'm glad that I didn't upgrade it all to concrete. We've got most of it just as cobblestone, so I could take the roof out. But first things first, I want to talk about how I'm going to structure this Horde base. I'm going to have like a fighting position here. We've got this one. And the fighting position here is going to be the exact same fighting position we have over here. But on this side and this side, it's going to be a completely different fighting position. And I think we're going to have to chop down some of these trees, most definitely. But I'm focusing on this one right now. And one of the issues that we faced is these spotlights were just getting caught on this Plymouth right here, on this like little ledge. We weren't able to actually get a proper illumination. So I'm going to take these out. And I caught her. I just saw her. She was like over here somewhere. Yep, right here, look. Alrighty, she screamed. She screamed. But it's her friend here I'm more concerned. Never mind. Never mind. Her friend's gone. Her friend's gone. And so is the nurse. Hopefully that's just it. Nope, there's a couple waiting for me out back. Wow, you've got quite a lot of health. And I do not have the stamina regen on my blade like I did before. So we'll just shoot her instead and then chop her head off. Righty then. I think we just kind of keep it simple and we just go with like the wedge tip here. It fits with what we're doing. And then what we can do is we can put the spotlight right on there. Should be able to just put it like right there. And realistically, that might not hold up. It should tip forward, but it's gonna work. It's gonna work for what I need it to work for. And because like we had Abyss up here shooting, it would be nice to be able to come up here and see. I don't think I want this to be centered though. What if we use the one that isn't centered? Then we can get a better view. Yeah, look, we get a better view. We can even jump up on here. I like that. I like that. That gives us, yeah, that gives us a reasonable view over here. Yeah, that looks quite menacing. I'll be honest. I like that from down here. We just need to paint it. I get the paint job done. The only paint job I haven't done is the fighting position right here. I want to make sure that we upgrade all of these blocks around here, including the roof here. I want to make sure all of this gets upgraded to steel, so that it is tough and durable, and right now it's not all steel, and I'm still waiting for the steel to upgrade, or rather smelt down, not upgrade, smelt down. So, we can move on to the next fighting position. Yeah, and unfortunately, I'd already put the arrow slits in over this side, but it looks like I've only done them one deep, and they're not steel, so this isn't going to be anywhere near as painful as the other side was. Yeah, I've done the trussing blocks up there, but I do need to get this staircase in, and I should mention now, there's going to be 4 fighting positions. We've spoken about this. Or maybe there'll only be 3. There might not be a need for this one. This one might be too close to the house to do a fighting position on. So we might just do one at this side. But the idea that I've got for this side here is just resources I don't have access to at the minute. So I want to try and get the base as decent and as operational as I can in this adventure. So it'll probably be just these 2 fighting positions overall, and then a bunch of like decorative stuff. But to do this side, I need the concrete blocks, and I could upgrade the concrete, the PDF stuff, this shape block, to the concrete. But it's really awkward when you're going up and you have to keep pillaring up just to reach the higher blocks. So I prefer to make the staircase out of the concrete blocks. Meanwhile, I want to do a little bit of rework in here, because I would like this to maybe we just want 3 here. Look like that. Look, of course. We've got to be careful because this side is going to be a little bit different. I may need to sort of rethink this because... Oh, I know what I've done. Look, this needs to come around like that. And then what we need to do is we need to put that there. Yeah, that worked. Then I want to come down here and where we've got the grates under the stairs. So from here, I want to take them out. Yeah, and when we've replaced the under blocks with these, with regular blocks... what I want to do is where we've got the pillars sort of like going up there is I swear I want to bring down the pillar supports for upstairs. And there's a reason that I want to do this. I've got a good idea. And this is giving me the exact amount of space that I need. So I just got to get this repeated on kind of both sides, really. And then this middle bit, I'm actually just going to completely fill in. And I think these corner bits, I don't want them anymore. They can just go. And then on top here, I want to come in with the grate. That gives us this cool elevated position here with this grate. Goes all the way to both sides. I like it. I don't know what I want to do with under here. Like, there is stuff we can do, I think. Like, can I make that jump? I can. Like, if I was to pick this up, I can actually walk under here. So, I do question, like, is there a need for this roof that we've got here? Like, do we get rid of this roof here? So, I'm not going to upgrade this to concrete while I debate that. I realize I put that in as I need to get back out of here. Yeah, ultimately, I'm quite happy with this. Happy enough that I'm going to start upgrading it to concrete. We're close to another level as well, so I really would like to get that. Okay, I've got a fair bit of the decorating done too. We've gone with the sort of metal tread plates here. I don't know exactly what I want to do here. There's a part of me that thinks maybe we go down here and then we have like a ladder that allows us to get up here. But, oh my god. Okay. I'm going to come out of character, alright? I'm going to reference something in the real world right now because it's just gone through my head. So 7 Days to Die is like my second channel because I absolutely love this game. But my main channel is Minecraft because that's another survival game and I really love that game. And I'm playing hardcore, right? Which means, you know, you build up your whole world in hardcore, but if you die, your world's gone. It's over. It's done. You're dead. You get one life, okay? It's a little bit like permadeath, I guess. It's closest. So one of the big threats in that game is something called a creeper. It's a big, tall, green thing, and it can one-shot you. And you're always looking just kind of out the corner of your eye for the green. And as I was coming down there, I thought, oh god, creeper. I've literally just got done recording my Minecraft video for the day before I jumped to 7 Days to Die too. So it's kind of fresh in my head. You know, I'm looking at that now and, I mean, could we potentially come up from the side? I don't know. That's a later thing. We were talking about the decorating. That's what we was talking about. Yeah, it looks quite nice. Now, I think that I want to have like a walkway going around the outside here. Is what I'm thinking. Like we've kind of got this metal grate here for now. So I haven't put in all of the bits on the side right here. And I do realize that I don't think you're supposed to be the metal top, are you? Yeah, I've got them all sorted out now. I think this looks nice, this black and this red. Balls! I fell down. I've sprained my frickin' leg. That's peachy. Right. I've got most of the second side painted. It's just these bits that need to go up to steel first before I paint them. So I managed to get the other side painted and it looks really nice. I've not painted these parts yet. Obviously, I want to make them steel first. Then we'll paint them. But it's now, we've got two sides completed. Now what I want to do is I want to get some of up here sorted out. And I'm just trying to think of like how I want it to look. So I'm just going to start placing some blocks and see what takes my fancy. So I've had a little bit of a think and a couple of different revisions. And I like this. So just to reorientate yourselves and let you know where we are, we come up through the middle here. We've got another fighting position back here. So my thinking is, like we will put maybe steel doors on the sides here that we can then lock. And hopefully the Zeds decide they want to come this way. So if this position is to fall, and yes, I fell down again. But if this position is to fall, maybe a demo comes, blows up, we start to get holes, this bit takes too much of a batter in, then what we can do is we can fall back through these doors, lock the doors, come around here, and we've got a second fighting position. Meanwhile, we can start setting up work on the other three fighting positions, maybe trying to draw them to their attention to that. We could put a dropper down here maybe, but I think that mostly, if this position starts to fall, we'll know before it gets to this point. But I just like to have the backup, and then we'll have steel doors here that'll lock, and then we should be able to go through here safe and sound. Yeah, and I'm fairly happy with this. We've got the one light over here just below the fighting position, so I'm going to upgrade this. And this is what it looks like with a paint job. Looks really good. I've got to go down there and fill. This is the pillar. I've got to fill the center in with concrete. But I did go ahead and I did paint like all of these bits here. I know we've got to upgrade them to steel. I've just got to paint them again. But I don't know when I'm going to get around to it being steel. And I would like to get it at least somewhat looking nice. Yeah, and for my next trick, I actually want to get the foundation sorted out down here. Because right now it's not what I want. We've got pillars. We've got blocks. It's just, it needs work. It needs work. Now we've got the foundation laid down. It's just a case of the long job of turning it all into concrete. I'm going to do this manually because I want the XP that comes with it. We have just passed a level up, and I have the prerequisite levels. I've managed to get the most of it done, but there were some levels that I wanted to get. If we take a look at skills, I wanted to kind of max out Lucky Looter here, which means perception needs to go up by 2. And then one more into Lucky Looter, and then finally we can get the last one into salvage operations here. So we've maxed out pretty much all of the ones that I'm interested in here for now. There are some other ones that I want, you know. I mean, Treasure Hunter would be nice. There are some here that would be nice to have. But for right now, I'm kind of going through them bit by bit. The next two that I want to max out is this, which requires us to be at strength level 10. So I'm going to need, what's this? 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to need 12 more perk points before I max those out. I am, however, hindered by the production of concrete. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down the steel doors. Yeah, and because I kind of don't want zombies getting hung up on them, we're going to put them down so they open inwards. I'm actually kind of like them opening inwards. And the same with this one. We'll do it so it opens that way. And then what we can do is we can sort of like go in here and shut it off. Lock these doors, and I'm hoping the Zeds will choose to come here where they can smack me as opposed to going through the door. Yeah, because I'm still hindered by the production of concrete, I figured we could redeem some of the challenges. We've managed to acquire a few of these. It's nowhere near going to be enough for a level, but we are doing very well. We've nearly done the vultures, we've nearly done the lumberjacks, and the spiders. Nowhere near Big Mama, we're only halfway through that. And we're 2 cops away. So we faced 1 mutated so far and only a couple of feral whites. We haven't even faced a single demolition zombie yet. We can also turn like all of our chickens into bones and make some bacon from the boars. We can also go ahead and just read these magazines that I've managed to get. We've unlocked more clubs and we've got some more Get Hammered. We're not as far along in those as I would like to be. More shotgun weeklies. And a couple more tech planets. And a whole lot of glue we're making up too. We can also expand our farm plots as I can make 27 more. And since I already have a redonkulous amount of glue knocking about and a little bit of cloth, we might as well make up some duct tape. That stuff's always useful, even though we've got a fair bit of it actually. On a positive note, I finally managed to go through a bunch of the water that we had sitting around. I've made blackstrap coffee. We've made glue. I've made blackstrap coffee. Like 150 blackstrap coffee. But we can craft up the drum magazine mod that can go on the AK-47. Scratch that, I actually already had one. So maybe we can do the apprenticed drum mag. And do we need to... I mean, what's the recipe for this? Yeah, you have to kind of go through it. So, yeah, we'll put that on there. And I believe I need 12 more pipe bombs to complete that quest. On the plus side, the crop fields, well, they're finished. And I saw something. I didn't actually know, but... I think you can paint these. You can! Oh, I never knew this. I saw this. I'm doing a Horde every night series. And I saw this and I'm like, I've got to try that. And oh my golly good, it actually works. There we go. Nice little redwood. And actually, now I think about it, maybe we should make them... Maybe they should be the same as the fence so that they blend in. I like this redwood, but it does stand out a little bit. This matches in with the fences. I like this, plus it looks a little bit more luxurious. And these farm plots out back are purely for cotton. And now that I've got some more concrete, we can start finishing this off. I don't know how far I'm going to take this. I think what we'll do is we'll finish off, I want to finish off these support pillars, get them all upgraded to concrete, get a paint job on these 9 support pillars. I'm talking about these 9 ones here, because I'm debating doing something different up here and maybe bulking this out a little bit. So that we can have, maybe we bring it out further here where we have this support pillar. And then we bring out another support pillar over here. So it's kind of supported evenly and it looks symmetrical. I haven't decided yet. No, I haven't managed to get enough concrete to do all of them just yet. But I figured while I wait, I can get the paint job in. And what I'm thinking is like on these end bits here, we have the black. And then on these inner bits right here, we can come in with the red. And I think this will look really nice. Thankfully, when I did these pillars at the end here, I made them out of concrete. I was smart then. Not as smart as when I did these, though. Oh, these, actually. I don't think I had access to concrete when we was making these ones. Now I think about it, because this was part of the original base that was up front. Then we expanded it, didn't we? Yeah, so I don't think I had cement back then. Well, the drum mag's crafted up. We're kind of here, there, and everywhere at the minute, aren't we? We'll throw that on there. I have gone ahead and got rid of the reflex sight, which is a shame. I mean, the iron sights aren't that bad on this thing. They do look quite nice anyway. But that should give us a little bit more in the magazine. Yeah, 120. Look at that. We managed to have to start making up some more of these rounds. We're running low. And there we go. The paint has finally been finished. I did not miss that block. Take it. We did not miss this block. You see nothing. You see nothing. Go and clean your glasses. If you don't wear glasses, maybe that's why you need glasses, because you thought you saw something that you didn't see. Yeah. Okay, so this place is now looking a lot better than it did when we first started. There is still a large margin for improvement. Like, look at this. This is still kind of like prefabbed, but the important thing is we've got it fundamentally operational. So come the next blood moon, we don't actually have to do any work on the base. We can just simply jump straight into it. But I do have a plan for this side and the killing room over here, as I want to build over here. I want to build something that's going to dramatically weaken the Zeds. I'm thinking like the staircase will start somewhere over here. They'll come up and maybe they'll go through a bunch of blade traps in a corridor before they finally make it to us. And when we don't have these two doors open on these sides, they should want to pathfind directly to me this way because it's a path of least resistance. That's my hope. And so this one will hold up during the next blood moon. But once we start to get to rads, and then more frequently, I'm going to want to have this as kind of like a backup because I am not dealing that much damage to rads. I've had a couple of rad hordes come around here. I think I've got a magazine or two. Nope, must have read them. Yeah, I've had a couple of rad hordes come in from screamers, and there's only been like 1 or 2 rads, but they have given me a run for my money. They are definitely a lot tougher. And I think I might want to like vary the height up here, and I might even want to bring this out as supposed to be in a circle. Maybe it's a different kind of shape. I've got plenty of ideas for this, and there's obviously a lot of work still yet to be done. And you can see there's some prefab stuff here. I accidentally upgraded a couple of blocks. But this is here, these building blocks are here because I haven't decided exactly what's going to go there. I don't know if I'm going to have the drop chute there as well. And then, you know, maybe we could do like some spike traps down here, but I figure that might send them into rage mode. I've had that before. And then also trying to collect loot bags out of spike traps are a pain. So maybe we don't do the spike traps. These supports I think might just be temporary. As I say, I might want to bring that out a little bit. But we have had an adventure today for sure. We have survived a blood moon, and it was quite a fun blood moon. There was some hiccups at the beginning there. It was very, very light, but then Abyss turned up in our base, and it just seemed that everybody wanted to heat our face off, and they came attacking us. They helped us tear down one of our walls, which was great. We found out that the blade traps didn't work as well as I had hoped they would work, which was an unfortunate mistake on my part. But you learn from your mistakes, don't you? You learn what works, you learn what doesn't work. I still think like if we were to put the blade traps there, maybe with the stairs, they might be better off. And I am tempted to try that. Now that we've got the 2 fighting positions, we can try that one, and then if that fighting position does get destroyed, I don't have to actually go down and repair it because I can just switch over to the other one. So I might try that for the next adventure, but I do kind of want to get that corridor up and running as well in the future. Maybe we can do that for the next blood moon, but if not, it will definitely be a thing for the blood moon after that. The blood moon waves increase, the number of Zeds in each one increases every single time there is a blood moon. So we've gone from 8 enemies now up to 10 per player in the next one. So we do need to make sure that we are prepared for that. But I have been set here for like the past 2 minutes, and I've been building for the past couple of days. I kind of want to go out. I want to loot. Now that we've got our skills completely reset and we have managed to get our sledgehammers up and our shotguns up, I want to see if we can find some weapons in those categories to start using, because right now the sword is just not holding up. Since I lost all of those perks within my deep cuts and I put them elsewhere, I'm just not dealing as much damage and I'm running out of stamina. I'm brewing up a bunch of black strap coffee to kind of counterbalance that. Also, I'm trying to find some words. They don't seem to be wanting to come out all the time, getting tongue-tied. But that is going to do it for this adventure. I'm eager to get started on some looting, so I'll hopefully see you then. I'm going to take a few Z's. I'm going to kick my feet up and I'm going to have a little bit of a relaxation moment while you folks take watch. And then we'll go out and we'll do some looting.